Ladies and gentlemen, it's time! We have got a matchup for the ages. Two tech-savvy, artsy-fartsy, business-centered, cultural epicenters that are competing to draw today's greatest young minds. It's time to settle things once and for all. Are you Team Austinites or San Franciscans? Team Zuckerberg Facebook or Team Musk Tesla? Silicon Valley or Silicon Hills? Let's meet our opponents. Fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in at a population of 964,000 people, the 11th highest in the United States, training out of Elon Musk's Tesla gym from the Lone Star State of the Republic of Texas, it's Austin, the live music capital of the world, Texas! And now, fighting out of the red corner, tipping the scales at 815,000 people, the 17th most populated city in the Union, a part of Facebook's Zuckerberg team from the Golden State, San Francisco, California! Before we get into the action, let's go over a few ground rules. This fight is going to be 3 rounds. After each round, we will declare a winner. The city that wins 2 out of 3 rounds gets ultimate bragging rights. So, which city will come out on top? Will it be the darling of the post-pandemic world, the power-punching newcomer, Austin? Or the counterculture OG veteran fighter, San Francisco? For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, it's time for a City Rumble! It pays to get off to a good start. Speaking of pay, round 1 is about the almighty dollar. Not only what taxes are in Austin and San Fran, but where those tax dollars go. Because let's be honest, it's going to cost a pretty penny to live in either place. It's cost versus amenities time. Round 1, fight! And Austin is coming out of the gate strong. With no individual income tax, Austin is offering something only 8 other states in the country can. Austinites earn an income and get to eat it too. I don't think that's the saying, but you get the idea. Austin loses a little steam with a sales tax of 8.25%, a rate that is 2% higher than famously tax-burdened cities like Boston and Milwaukee. And with the 8th highest effective property tax rate among large U.S. cities at 1.53%, we find Austin's tax Achilles heel. The cost of living in Austin may be a close second to taxes as to why the city's population is booming at the moment. The median household value sits at a relatively low price of $480,000, and Austinites spend an average of $1,500 on monthly housing costs. Overall, Austin is the 12th most expensive city to call home in the United States. Ouch, that's gotta hurt the city by the bay. And I'm not sure if San Fran is going to be able to counter Austin's tax jab here early on. San Francisco is expensive. Don't let the images of hippies in Haight-Ashbury fool you. That is not the San Francisco of today. Unlike Austin, there is an income tax in the state of California. The state deploys a graduated income tax that increases the percentage rate based on income earned. The more money you have, the higher you are taxed. That scale ranges from 1% up to 13.3%. Makes sense why Elon moved to Austin. However, the sales and property taxes in San Francisco are not as bad as you may have heard. The sales tax is 8.5%, and the effective property tax rate of San Fran is 0.57%. That gives San Francisco the 34th ranked and 52nd ranked sales and property taxed amongst large cities. A sneaky counter to Austin's tax combinations. However, prepare yourself for the first potential knockdown of the fight for San Francisco. The overall cost of living in San Fran is 84% higher than the national average. With average rent costing $3,600 per month, and a median home value of $1.4 million, it is the second most expensive large city in the entire country. But don't fill in your round 1 scorecard for Austin just yet. What San Fran lacks in affordability, it makes up for with city amenities. The San Francisco Municipal Railway, commonly known as MUNI, M-U-N-I, is one of the best public transportation systems in the country. It offers 24/7 bus, rail, and historic streetcar and cable car lines all over the city. It is affordable too, at an average cost of $2.50 per ride. And if you feel like being green, San Francisco has one of the oldest and most efficient bike sharing network. Many San Franciscans take advantage of their two wheels by going for a ride in one of the city's 220 parks. The San Francisco Parks and Recreation Department oversee one of the most popular and highest rated public park systems in the country. San Francisco residents enjoy what the green space advocates call the 10-minute walk rule for public land. 100% of residents live within a 10-minute walk of a park. 100%. That is impressive. Whoa! Just when you thought Austin was going to drop San Fran early on, the counterculture hub pushes right back. Austin isn't necessarily a slouch when it comes to amenities, though. The Capital Metropolitan Transportation Authority, what a mouthful, or CAP Metro for short, that's better, is primarily a bus service. But there's a rail line too. It brings riders to and from the downtown area. Austin's public park system is extensive and diverse, featuring over 300 parks, natural areas, and green belts. Lady Bird Lake and several swimming holes are popular recreational areas for Austinites. Austin's parks were ranked 34th of all large U.S. cities by the Trust for Public Land. San Francisco, on the other hand, was ranked number 7. That bell marks the end of round 1. Whew! What a first round of action. Austin came out firing on all cylinders and San Fran had no answers. It wasn't until the second half of the round, city amenities, that San Fran was able to compete. Unfortunately for San Fran, it was too little too late. When it comes to costs and amenities, Austin wins handedly. Yeehaw! Round 2, Culture. Austin wastes no time and charges right at the battered San Francisco. It's the culture round and it's sure to be a contentious one. Austin is known as the live music capital of the world due to its vibrant and diverse live music scene. The city has had a history of supporting local and emerging artists through its hundreds of music venues. Artists like Stevie Ray Vaughan, Gary Clark Jr., and Janis Joplin all got their musical roots in Austin. Austin is also home to the South by Southwest Festival and Austin City Limits, both of which draw a wide variety of popular artists from varied genres. Austin is doing their best to keep Austin weird. Can we deduct points for stealing another city's slogan? Sorry, Portland. Anyway, one thing that is the opposite of weird in Austin, in fact, it's awesome, is their barbecue. Austin is world famous for their BBQ establishments, Franklin's and Terry Black's, just to name a few. Besides barbecue, Austin is actually an emerging culinary scene. The growing population, the influx of money, and an openness on the part of Austinites have attracted talented young chefs to the city. One thing we can guarantee that isn't drawing young people to Austin: professional sports. Austin has only one pro team, Austin FC of the MLS. Enough said. Everyone knows the real professional sport in Austin is Longhorn football. Hook 'em, Horns! Are you seeing what I'm seeing? San Francisco looks unfazed after that cultural combination from Austin. Probably because San Francisco has established itself as world-class, a cultural epicenter of innovation, creativity, and progressive thinking. From art and museums, to food and dining, to political activism, there are few places that rival San Fran. Oh, and the city by the bay will take your little MLS team and raise you the Giants, 49ers, and Warriors. Ha! There wouldn't be enough room in the Austin FC Stadium for all of the trophies that belong to San Francisco teams. What a turnaround for San Fran! What about the weather, you ask? Austin is warm all year long with hot summers. San Francisco is warm to mild all year long. Let's call that a wash. And let's call that a round for San Francisco. Ladies and gentlemen, we are tied up at 1 round apiece. Round 3. Safety. The championship round is here. Safety is the final topic of our comparison. Whoever wins this round wins the fight. We used 3 aspects of safety to measure each city: safety from natural disasters, the rates of violent and property crimes, and the safety of available job opportunities. FEMA, a national government entity that handles emergency situations, gave Austin a high-risk evaluation for the potential of tornadoes, flash floods, hail, and drought. In fact, Austin is the center of what many call Flash Flood Alley. In terms of crime, Austin has lower rates. For crimes committed per 100,000 people, the violent crime rate was 313.1, and the property crime rate was 2,359. Many people don't consider job security as an aspect of safety, but we're saying it is. So deal with it. Austin has one of the quickest and strongest growing economies in the country, with large corporations and startup tech companies finding their home in the new Silicon Hills. Fortune 500 companies like Oracle, Tesla, and Whole Foods are just a couple of examples of rock-solid job opportunities. San Fran, that's going to be tough to beat, especially since an earthquake almost destroyed your city. That's right. In 1906, a devastating earthquake tore apart 80% of the city. San Fran sits on the famed San Andreas Fault, well known to produce massive earth shakers. San Fran's FEMA risk assessment score was 33.28, a whole 10 points higher than Austin's. And the hits just keep on coming to San Fran as the city's crime metrics aren't doing any favors. The violent and property crime rates were both significantly higher than Austin's. But San Fran is not giving up now. Job security and safety in the city are and always have been strong. 38 Fortune 500 companies are headquartered in San Fran. 38! Take your pick! What a fight, people! San Fran came on strong at the end of the final round. That shows a lot of heart, but does it win the split decision victory? Our referee is coming back with the scorecard now. And the winner, by split decision, Austin, Texas! Thank you for watching, everybody, and join us next week as we take a look at another legendary matchup, Boston versus Chicago.